Hey guys, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to use the free dripping liquid Photoshop action. So this is a free action that will automatically transform your graphics into this dripping liquid effect. So this here is an example of the effect. Now all of this was created with just one click. Okay, so all these drips, all these areas where the paint builds up, that's all automatically created. And every time you run the action, the drips and these areas where it builds up is completely randomized. So you'll never get the same result twice, basically. So here is the before, and this was after running the action. So if you want to see more of these examples, and if you want to download the action, just visit the first link below in the description. All right, let's head into Photoshop. All right, so here I have just a simple text layer. Okay, so there it is. And before we run the Photoshop action, there is just one requirement you need to follow for this effect to work for you. So if you have just typed out some text or open a graphic, it's important that your text or graphic is sitting on a transparent background. So you can see here my text on a white background. So what I want to do is just select that and go delete. So you can see now my graphic is on a transparent background. Now you can have more than one layer active before running the action. So if I just wanted to create another layer here and say just more text like this, if I ran the action now, that would all work fine. What the action will do though is it will flatten these two layers onto one. So the only requirement is that you have your graphic on a transparent background. Now what we need to do is load the Photoshop action. So to do that, you go to the window menu, select actions, and then your actions panel should pop up to the side here. Next, what you want to do is click on this icon, go to load actions, and then navigate to where you downloaded the dripping liquid effect. And inside the folder there should be a dripping liquid effect by Sevenstyles.atn. You want to double click on that, and then it will appear in here inside this folder. Now another way to load the action, I'll just delete that, is just to navigate to where you download your folder, your action, and then just double click on this ATN file here, and then it will appear in Photoshop. So there's a couple of things to note before we create the effect, is that firstly, you can't rename the action up the top here. If you rename that action, the whole thing will break. The action won't work at all. And secondly, you don't want to use any actions below here. So I've just got a note here saying, don't play any actions below here. These are all the workings of the action. So if you start adjusting these settings, then you could potentially break the whole thing. So these are the actions that you're interested in using, and the difference between these are just the amount of drips that are created. So it starts off from low amount of drips down to silly amount of drips, which is just a lot. So I recommend just starting with medium, running that, see if you like how many drips are created, and then you can just start again and then choose a different amount. So all you need to do from here is select this play button and click play. Now, as soon as you click the play button, you'll just get this reminder message just reminding you to make sure that you have your graphics sitting on a transparent background. Okay, so I've done it a few times myself. I've created some text and accidentally left the background layer on. So this is just a reminder to delete it if you haven't already. If you have, all you need to do here is click continue. And from here, the action will take about 30 seconds and it will all be finished. So I'll just skip the video ahead to the result and then we'll go through all the layers. Okay, so here is the result that I got. So just a reminder that every time you run this action, the drips and the areas where it builds up will completely randomized, so you won't get the same result twice. So let's just go ahead and just collapse these actions for the moment. I'll just hide the actions panel for the moment and we'll go into the layer panel. So what I always like to do when working with a lot of layers and folders that are open is to quickly collapse them all. So to do that, you hold down Control Alt or Command Option and just click on this folder arrow here next to the dripping liquid effect folder. Click on that, release the keys, and then it will open the folder again, and everything is collapsed. It's probably one of my favorite shortcuts to use in Photoshop when working with a lot of layers. So yeah, let's have a look. So what we've got here is the master dripping liquid effect folder. So if you turn that on and off, you can see the before and after. And if you want to run the action again, all you need to do is delete this folder and it will open the actions panel, and you can select a different amount of drips and then just click the play button again. And in about 30 seconds time, you'll have a different result. Okay, so let's go inside the folder here, and what I might do is I might turn off all these layers and folder for the moment and start off down the bottom here. So this layer here, background color, pretty simple. You just double click on this box here, and if you want a different background color layer, just change that there. So this here is your liquid color layer, so I'll turn that on and off. So if you just want just the outline of a dripping liquid effect, so no reflections or anything like that, all you need to do is just have this layer on, liquid color, just down the bottom here, and you can double click on this box to change the color. Okay, pretty simple. Now, if you want to export your design on a transparent background, all you need to do is hide the background color layer and also your original image down the bottom here. Because you can see your original image just comes through a little bit. See the black edges around the graphics. So if I turn it off, that's gone. So now you can just save that out as a PNG, and yeah, that's it. Okay, the next layer up here is, this is where you brush on some of your own colors if you want. So if you select this layer here, and I'm just going to grab a brush, I'll hit B, and I've just got a blue color here. So if you just grab a brush and start brushing on this layer, you can add more color. So if I just turn all the layers back on, you can see that color coming through there, and you can just keep brushing. You can choose multiple colors if you want. So just grab a different color. Okay, so experiment with that one. I'll just hide that for now. I'll turn these off. So this folder here, general lighting, I'll turn this on, and let's go inside here. So if I turn this on and off, you can see that that just adds some very basic shading to your graphic to give it a bit of depth. So there's 3 layers in here. I'll turn all these off for the moment and start off at the bottom. So this one here just adds a very narrow, small amount of shadow at the edges of your graphic. Now you can adjust this if you want. You can double click on the layer, and so this is an inner glow. So you can adjust the opacity of this here if you want to make that darker. It's a bit more obvious, the effect, if I just turn everything back on, and if I go inside here, and if I make this darker, you'll see the effect much clearer there. You can also do things like changing the blend mode, so you can change this to normal. Let's just grab a white. So rather than the edges being dark, now the edges are light. So if I bring this opacity down, so there's before, and if I just bring the opacity up, so that's a completely different effect that you can create just by playing around with the color of the inner glow on this layer. So I'll just cancel that for the moment, turn these back off. So this one here is similar to the layer below. If I turn it on, this just adds a bit more shadow. So again, you can edit the properties of this layer. Okay, so any layer where you see the FX symbol next to it, you can edit those properties. So this one here, you might not be able to see too much on this example, but it adds a little bit of light where the graphic starts to get thicker. So it's adding a little bit here. If I just double click on this layer, and let's go to inner glow, and I'll just turn up this opacity so you can see that there. So I'll bring this to 0 and 100. So you can play around with that one. Okay, that's the general lighting folder. All right, the next one up here is the reflections. So if you turn that folder on, you can see that what that's doing. So we'll go inside the reflections folder. So what I've done, I've broken this down into 8 separate layers to create the reflections. So if I turn all these off, and it's got one by one, you can see that the effect starts stacking. Okay. Now you don't need to use them all, of course. You can disable a bunch, and then you'll get a totally different result. And similar to the general lighting layers, you can edit the properties of all of these. So let's just say turn on this one here. It's a bit more obvious. So you can just double click on any one of these and take a look at what I've done to create that reflection. And one thing you want to probably play around with a bit is the angle of the shade in here. So if I just select this, and I'm just going to use the wheel on the mouse to adjust the angle here, so you can see that angle adjusting there. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that every time you run the action, you're going to get the same result in terms of the angle of all the lighting here. So yeah, play around with all those. Now, one thing to be wary of is that if you want to use a very dark color for your liquid, so if I let's just say grab this color here, you'll notice that some of the reflections disappear. It is because some of these layers use blend mode. So if I double click on, say, reflection number 5 here, and if I go into the bevel emboss settings, you can see that the highlight mode here is set to vivid light. So if I just change this to normal, you'll see that the reflections come through a lot more. So just keep that in mind, that really just applies if you want to use pretty much black as your color, but anything else, the reflections will come through fine. Okay, I'll undo that. We'll get back to our pink. Okay, the next folder up is raised areas. So I'm just going to turn that off and turn this one on. So you can see if you turn this on and off what that's doing. So this is the part of the effect where the liquid looks like it's building and getting thicker, creating a bit of height. So that's the folder there. Now you can use this just with the general lighting folder to create a different kind of effect. So if you want that kind of look, just hide the reflections folder. Okay, let's go inside here, and there's just 2 layers here, so I'll turn these both off. So the bottom one is the edge details. So this is a layer that helps define the edges of where it starts to get thicker, and this one here is the lighting. Okay, now like all these other layers, you can just double click on these and play around with the properties that I've set to create the effect. So for example, like these 2 drop shadows, if you look at the end here, if I turn those back on, you see that helps it just create a bit more height. So pretty simple setup. You don't need to use it if you don't want to. And yeah, just a reminder that again, every time you run the action, the position of all these in the shape is completely different. Okay. Now these last 2 layers are simple overall adjustment layers. So this one here, overall color change, this is just another way you can experiment with changing color. So let's turn this on. If you double click on this layer, you can grab this hue handle here and drag that around and yeah, just get different color variations. So this is just in addition to this liquid color layer here. So yeah, play around with that one. And then this last one here is overall brightness and contrast. So you can double click on this layer here. This is a simple levels adjustment layer. So you can just grab these handles here and quickly affect the overall brightness of your liquid. Alright, that covers everything. Enjoy using the free Photoshop action, and make sure to visit the link below in the description to download it. Thanks.